What's going on, Taurus? We're going to go ahead and jump into your February 2023 mid-month reading here, and we're going to take a look and see what is coming up for y'all for the rest of the month. So let's go ahead and jump in. Thank y'all for being patient, and let's take a look here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Okay. So for some of you trying to work up the courage here to move toward what it is that you're desiring, but I feel that it's like at the same time, it's like you're realizing, okay, like I have to do something different, or I have to do something in a different way. So that's just what's coming through channeled off the top of my head. So let's go through the rest of this reading here. Yeah, moon card in the position of something that you're unaware of here. Yeah, I'm getting that there's a very strong energy. It's like you're trying to work up the courage here to step into something. So let me pull the rest of these cards. The star cards, how you get through your challenge, and you have the Ace of Pentacles in your outcome here. Interesting. I kind of get that there could be some fears, but it's like the fears here are really unnecessary, because I feel the universe is wanting you to look at a situation with more with more positivity here, rather than looking at the negatives of things here. Because I get what's going on. It's like there's almost as if you're having to do like a deep inner dive on something here that's requiring some sort of courage. Now this could be definitely something that you're emotionally feeling, or you're being influenced by emotionally, whether that's fear or whatever the case might be, or stepping outside your comfort zone. But I get here with the Ace of Pentacles that what you want is there. It's almost just like you're just having to see it through here. Let's actually just go ahead and pull your oracle cards, huh? Yeah, you have this tree root here. And then you have Jupiter. You got some good luck and positivity here. And there's growth and expansion that can happen in the situation. And it's something here that I also get that you're having to learn about, whether you're learning about, like when it comes to yourself, you're learning about yourself more. Or there's something here that's requiring you to look more closely at, to go more deeper into. And there's no need to fear it. It's almost as if the universe wants you to live in the depths of life rather than living on the surface or in a shallow area, right? That's very Pisces energy, and the sun just came into Pisces here. So there's something here ultimately that is requiring faith and inspiration and positivity, because I feel like if you do that, or if you step into that direction, or if you muster up the courage to move forward, whether you're applying yourself to something or you're putting in the effort towards something here that you want, I feel like the potential is definitely there with the Ace of Pentacles to be able to enjoy that, or to be able to create that, even possibly if it's something that you've been wanting to create, or if it's been something that you've been just wanting to enjoy here. Because with the Hermit being here on the overall energy, and of course we're going to clarify, and then I'll pull the last oracle card in the last outcome. But with the Hermit being here in the position of in your overall position here, the Hermit is like going to the depths of something, and it requires us to really go within, to sort of block out the external and really go deeply into ourselves, or go deep into something here. And the answers that you're looking for are within inside yourself. And I'm really getting here that everything that you're wanting, or everything that you've been wanting to do, it's almost like you've been blocking yourself here in a way. And I get that the universe is wanting you to learn where your blocks are, especially with Jupiter and the Hermit right here. So that way you can free yourself and move in the direction of what it is that you're feeling inspired by, or feeling called to do with the Star card. Because I feel like the Ace of Pentacles being here in the outcome, I get that. It's very, like, it has a lot of potential. It's very enlivening. I'm hearing rich experience, or anything that you've been wanting to create for yourself, or you've been wanting to enjoy. It's there for you to, it's like on a silver platter. You just got to go up there and grab it. So let's see. even with this tree card that's coming out here, we talk about the roots when it comes to, you know, the tree symbolism here. And this really may be really going to the bare like roots of something to address it. And whether that's healing something at the bare roots or it's just addressing something on a deep level, so that way you can have a harvest, you know. And it's interesting too, I was just reading about I was reading about Pluto, and I was like, well, where is like the Latin word of Pluto, and like what Pluto, like, you know, I'm just kind of like being, you know, anyways, I'm not trying to talk about myself, but what I am saying is that I was looking at the transit right now of Pluto, or sorry, of Venus sextile Pluto. And this will make sense because this is affecting you. It's affecting the whole collective. And that I was like, okay, well, what is Pluto besides transformation, right? Like let's look more, let's go into like the root word of Pluto. Like, let's just really look at it. Let's look at the Greek, you know, stories as well. And Pluto's the wealth bringer, right? It's the richness that's in the core of something, right? They say that the underworld, like Pluto rules the underworld, right? Well, we can't see the underworld, but we know it's there, right? So that's kind of like Pluto, right? So it's like the richness is in the core of of whatever it is. Like, so for Earth, right? It's like the core of Earth. That's like where the most rich minerals are, which is, you know, what I was talking about with Pluto being like the wealth giver or bringer or whatever the case might be, because it's the richness at the very core. And I feel there's something here that you're addressing that's at the very core here. And it's like, if you choose to go into that, if you choose to dive deep into it, you will discover gold. And what I mean by gold, obviously I'm speaking metaphorically. It's like you will receive the answer and the light and the awareness, and it'll be shed upon that. And so that way it'll be incorporated into your consciousness, into your own awareness. So that way you can move forward and get out of this energy of feeling stuck or stagnant, or feeling like you're not progressing, or even feeling like, you know, or, you know, overcoming fears, whatever the case might be. It's interesting too, because the sun just came into Pisces, right? So even like me channeling this read, it's very Pisces. Like, I'm not even, if you've been watching my channel for a while, it's like usually I kind of don't even, it's not really the way I typically format the read, you know. But Pisces is like, allow yourself to explore the abstract and stop trying to contain everything. Just be, allow. You know what, your reading's even teaching me something about myself here. So, I don't know. I just feel like this is one of those reads where there's a deep richness in it that is here to be, you know, experienced and enjoyed. And what I mean by that is like your life. So you have the Chariot here with the Hermit. So this is your journey, overall energy, the Hermit, the Chariot, the Carrot. You got the Hermit and the Chariot for your overall energy. Again, this is about your own internal growth that you're seeking. A lot of you are becoming a lot older, a lot wiser too, and maybe you may be a guide for other people too. Maybe you're at a point where it's like, maybe you may be needing a mentor. Maybe you're needing to learn something as well in order for you to further your growth. Like, if you are somebody who is like a mentor or like a guide for other people, right? But if you're not, you know, this is just about you and your own individual journey and your growth as an individual. Learning about yourself. You have 5 of Cups here on the Page of Pentacles for your current energy. Yeah, I just feel like you're trying to pick yourself back up here. It's almost like you're trying to overcome some type of fear. I have to be real. There's something about fear here. You know, if you take a look at the 5 of Cups, like the 5 of Cups is Mars and Scorpio. And Scorpio, if we talk about fear, well, fear would fall in the category of Scorpio. And Mars would be like the challenge like the energy behind it, like the challenge to overcome fear, to confront fear by taking some sort of grounded approach or a practical approach to it by actually doing something, you know what I'm saying? And if it's not fear, then maybe this is just something that you're grieving and getting over, and it's like you're having to pick yourself back up after you know, maybe falling down or facing some type of disappointment. Yeah, King of Cups and the Strength card is your challenge. This is like the emotional strength to persevere through something here. And there's a lot that I feel like you're learning about yourself. And I think we all have to realize as well, especially with the sun coming into Pisces, that, you know, Pisces is an energy to where it is a deepening of knowledge, to where it goes and goes and goes, and it's impenetrable. So, did I just say that right? Y'all know what I mean. And it just goes and goes, and Pisces doesn't really want to settle on any type of conclusion on anything. It's the zodiac's least decisive sign. So there's an energy of like not really getting to any type of conclusion. It's just this inner depth and inner knowing and inner knowledge that we can just become aware of through deepening, through keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. And there's no end. And so what this means is, when it comes to, with the King of Cups, the emotional growth is like we could always keep growing in our lives, especially emotionally, right? So when it comes to overcoming barriers in our emotions, or to even approaching a situation better emotionally, that's what you're learning here. It's like the courage and the strength to personally and emotionally persevere through some sort of emotional hurdle or obstacle. And that's what Pisces season can allow us to do, but we must surrender. Yeah, you got success here in the future. 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands here. It's like, it's interesting too, because I feel like your sights have been set on everything that can go wrong, right? Because even if you think about Pisces and the imagination, it can create some distortion and illusions. So it's really what we put our energy into and what we focus on, right? If you've ever heard of the law of attraction, for instance, like if we're thinking about the negative and we're always around negative, then we're just going to get reflected back to negative. What is water? Water is reflection. You ever heard the story of Narcissus? When he looks in water, he's able to see his reflection, right? What I mean by that is, like, water element, you know, our emotional state reflects to us, you know, what's going on. And if I feel it's like you've been setting your sights possibly on looking at the negative, or looking at, you know, all the bad stuff, rather than looking at the positive and looking at what could happen, and looking at, you know, the success that could happen. And so I feel like this is you redirecting your awareness here with the Star card and your central focus point on positive, which is in and of itself bringing you success and allowing you to triumph and move through this hurdle here. Social. We're in like socially. For some of you, like maybe it's like socializing, making friends, meeting people. And if it's not that, it's just really finding a way to be more open and receptive to newer things. You know, and kind of letting your ego's awareness sort of drop for a moment. Yeah, the Fool card and the Moon card. It's about taking some type of risk here, something that you're unaware of here. Anything that you do is new, or any new approach you take to a situation, you're not gonna know. And that's the Moon card and the Fool card. It's like, you're not gonna know how things are always gonna go. And that's the whole point of life in and of itself. That's what Pisces can teach us. It's like, step into the magic of life. You'll learn while you're going. And that's what really, and I was just reading about this. It's so interesting how, like, the energies of like astrology and like the readings and through the signs, and like how everything as a collective is just so intertwined, that I was just reading about this. It's like the spontaneous energy, right? When we want to do something different, or when we want to do something different, or when there's a spontaneous moment to take a leap into something or to try something, it's like, oh no, like, you know, we fear the unknown, or, oh, what if this happens, or what if that happens, you know? And I get here, that's where this underlying influencing emotion that is affecting you, where it's coming from, basically. It's a place of, you know, fearing the worst case scenario, or allowing your imagination to get the best of you, but in a negative sense, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Queen of Wands and the Star card is here. How to get to your challenge. It's about following your bliss, following your happiness, following your intuition, listening to your instincts here, and allowing spontaneity to flow into your life here. And to dance with life. Life is a dance. And I'm not trying to be all poetic, but that's what I'm getting here. You know, if you want to look at it on a more logical approach with the star card, even though we're in Pisces season, what's the point of logic? But, you know, the star card would be it's rejuvenation and renewal. And it's about aligning our spirits fully and our heart fully toward embracing our destiny, right? Toward embracing something that we have our eyes on or something that we're feeling inspired by. Ace of Pentacles, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. You got something here in your outcome, and it looks good. Five of Swords here as well. I really get here, it's almost like the win in and of itself from this situation is by you disconnecting from old beliefs and values or anything in your life that has been negating you from going after what it is that you want. That's the win here with the Ace of Pentacles twice. So, all right. So yeah, you got victory. Victory. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. You got the cicada voice here. This is also the heart chakra as well. I was getting this with the star card vibe and the Queen of Wands. That it's like allowing in and being receptive to being receptive to really any type of newer experiences here, right? Like when we think about the heart chakra, you know, ruled by Venus, we can think about relationships, but really it's really anything of pleasure and that can provide enjoyment and beauty and co-creation, right? So if you have something to say it with the voice, with this voice card that says cicada. But it's also just allowing yourself to kind of be, you know, like allowing yourself to do what it is that you want to do, like just being authentically you. I feel like as long as you be authentically you, you don't have anything to really worry about. Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, and the Empress. Enjoyment, like I was saying, the sensual nature of reality and all the experiences that come with it by living. And the Empress is about, you know, creating that or enjoying that. But it's the pleasure of something. Ten of Cups and the Nine of Cups, enjoying. So I feel like it's like wanting you to take in some type of experience with enjoyment here in your extended outcome, because I feel like there's a lot of happiness here, and I see you being happy, and I see you being able to enjoy it as well. So that's what I got. Taurus, I'm gonna leave your reading right here. Don't want to confuse it anymore. If I did, don't blame it on me. I'm gonna blame it on Sun and Pisces from now on, all right? Anyways, I appreciate y'all, and I will talk to y'all in the next one. If you want to book a personal reading with me, the link is down below in the description. You might want to book those pretty fast, just because I'm gonna put a limit on them, so that way I can manage my time a little bit better. And yeah, don't forget to like the video. If you like it, subscribe, hit the notification button bell, and I will talk to y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.